You gonna say hi, Pumpkin? You are? Okay. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Melinda, plain and simple. There's something going wrong with my camera, so this is the third time I'm recording this video. I'm gonna do it a little bit differently and hope it works out. So I will start with these placemats. I don't use placemats as placemats. I have these, I don't know where I got them or how long I've had them, but I use these to line a shelf. I use placemats also to line drawers with, but I no longer need to keep these. I have 4 of them, so I'm going to go ahead and declutter them. I cleaned out my medicine bin, and I had several of these medicine insert papers in there. I don't need to keep these, so I'm going to go ahead and declutter those. And I had this thing in here too. There were, you can see it's from 2023, and so I can go ahead and let that go. And this was not in the medicine bin, but it is a receipt, and I found it after I decluttered books a while back, and you can see it's from September of 1995. I don't know, there, can you see that? Yeah, September of 1995. I need to keep that. I was probably using it as a bookmark. This little weekly reader, favorite Christmas stories and poems book. It is copyright, let's see, from 1981, and then you can see there's a story in there. It's from copyrighted 1973, so hopefully somebody will enjoy that. It's in really good condition. And then I have this Jesus Always 365 Devotions for Kids. I bought this several years ago to give as a gift to someone, and then we didn't get to see them at Christmas. The parent is a minister, and so I thought this might be a good book for that particular kid. But we no longer see them at Christmas time, so I didn't give it to them, and they're older now, so I'm just going to go ahead and pass it along so somebody else can use it. And I have this little Holy Bible. I think I bought this for myself actually several years ago, but I decided I would just give it to somebody for Christmas. And then again, like with that one, I don't see, really don't see anybody that would be this age group anymore. So I'm just going to go ahead and pass it along. I'm sorry, I had to stop because I have to remind myself the voice and audio track are getting off after just a few seconds, so I don't want to make any of these little segments too long. That's how I'm trying to put this together. But anyway, this book, Wheat Belly, I decluttered it already, but I put it in this pile because Lisa Ann, in the comments on that video, she said, Wheat Belly is a really good book. And that was enough motivation for me to finally go ahead and go wheat free. It's really hard for me to get off of it. I have to be in the right mindset to do it. And to be honest with you, I've done it like 2 or 3 times. The last time it was nearly 20 years ago. And all these years I've been wanting to do it. And lately I've been thinking I really need to do it. When I was decluttering the books, I thought, I really need to do it. And then when Lisa Ann commented that was all it took to just push me over the edge. So thank you, Lisa Ann. I appreciate it so much. Y'all don't know how much you influence us as well. So thank you. And we love to get your comments. And I say we because I know a lot of other creators that would tell you the same thing. So I know I do, and I know they do as well. I also have these ink pens. These went bad. A couple of them I think were already getting close to empty because they didn't last really long. The other one I've used it up like it was new, but I've used them up. And I have a lot of writing supplies and I've gone back to my writing, and that's why I included these in here. I'm actually using my supplies, so I just wanted to give you guys an update on that. These are red pepper flakes. We've had them in the pantry for several years, I think. I don't know. But I almost decluttered them once before, and then I thought, well, maybe we'll use them. I don't like hot stuff, and I don't really cook. And Randy, I don't think he's ever used any of this. We don't put them on our pizza, and I think we maybe got takeout or something, and I just stuck them up there in case anybody, would want to use them. We don't use them. I'm just going to go ahead and let them go. These are plastic food containers. These came from my sister's house We went there for a family gathering. It's been a while back. We were having them regularly, but we haven't been having them as frequently now. The reason I ended up with so many is I got a couple of, had a couple of leftover things. One for Randy, one for me. And then somebody said, oh, you want some of this? And so I'm like, oh, okay. And so it kept happening. You want some of this? You want some of this? And so by the time it was done and we were gone, I had a bunch. And I don't need to keep them. And so I'm going to take them back. I've washed them. That's the only time they were used. I'm going to take them back. And then if anybody wants to take any leftovers home, they can take them in these containers. I also have this cardigan, and you can see it has a really pretty bottom here. This lacy bottom. I think it's so pretty, but the thing is, the color just really isn't great for me. And I've had this for years. I had it when I was working. I only wore it a couple of times then, I think, and I've worn it a handful of times since I quit. And I just don't like how it looks on me. So I'm finally going to go ahead and just let it go. I'm not going to pull it out of my closet out of desperation because I don't have anything else. I'm just going to go ahead and let it go because I never really feel good in it when I'm wearing it. It's comfortable and it's pretty. It just doesn't look good on me. So I'm going to let it go. And I have some gift cards here. This particular one, I'm trying to cover up the name here. This one was given to me when I quit working in February of 2019. I have not used it. We never go to Olive Garden. And I've had it for all these years thinking, well, maybe we will, maybe we will. We don't. We're never going to go to Olive Garden. Why am I hanging on to this? So I am going to take this with me today to my sister's and see if anybody there, my nieces, my sister, somebody, if anybody would like to have an Olive Garden gift card. And I also have 4 Starbucks cards, also from back when I was before I left work. So these are older too. And this Panera Bread one, I think I know where this one came from as well. So I've had this one since before I left work also. So if you've got any gift cards or anything really laying around, but if you've got any gift cards or anything and you're not using them and you're pretty sure you're not going to use them, maybe it's time to go ahead and pass them along. I think that some you can get a monetary, you can sell them or whatever, and get at least a partial amount of the thing. But I'm just going to go ahead and gift these away. This is one of the old Tupperware toys. Some of you may know I used to sell Tupperware years ago, back in the 80s. And I don't know if you can see it. Hopefully you can. But it's got the ABCs on here. It's a really cute little thing. I had this, it was the 80s, so my nieces, not just my great nieces, but my nieces were little kids. And you can see that we actually used this. I think we kept crayons in it. So that, I'm going to go ahead and let it go. I don't know why, but I like that. I think because I like boxes. And this is sort of like a box. So, but I haven't used it for anything for years. And I probably could put some of my art supplies in it and use it that way, but I haven't. So unless I do that before this thing gets gone from my house, I'm just going to go ahead and let it go. I also have the Tupperware dishes from back then, back in the 80s, and I just think these are adorable. This is really hard for me to let go of. I've let go of the majority of my Tupperware, but I just wasn't ready to say goodbye to these little things yet. I love miniatures and I love little things, and so they're not miniature, but they're little. They're toy size, the Tupperware dishes. And you can use these. I could use this to put toothpicks in or something. I could use the measuring cup. I could use this to pour something. I could use the plates for coasters, but I haven't. I've had these since the 80s. I think we maybe played with them a time or two when my nieces were little. Other than that, they have just, been around. And then I put them all in this shoebox. After I started decluttering, I think that was when I did it. I gathered all of them together and I put them in the shoebox. And so they've been there ever since. I'm not using them. I have no intention of displaying them. I love them. I've kept them because they're mine. And so I'm ready, finally, I think, to go ahead and just say goodbye to them. I'm going to try to find someone who is a collector. I'm not going to sell them. I've read different things about the old Tupperware and whether or not it's safe for food use, but also some of the stuff from the 80s. Is it even safe for kids to play with? I don't really know, and so I just rather be on the safe side. So I'm going to try to find someone who just wants it for a collector item rather than for their kids to use. But this is what inspired the poem that I'm getting ready to read to you, so hang around for that if you want to. And I thank you, Kimmy, and also Diane, because she said, hey, I love your poems too. Kimmy said that she misses my poems. Diane did too. And so I said, hey, if I do another one, I will include it in the video. I wrote another one, and it's not about this, but it was inspired by this. And in case you don't want to hang around for the poem, happy decluttering. Bye. I didn't take the time to record this separately, so I'm going to try to read it off of here. But it's called, Remember That Time? My treasures, I keep them because they are mine. They're old friends with a story. Remember that time? Emotional bookmarks to tell me I'm safe. Connections and crutches that held me in place. I filled them with memories, some great, some small. But except for a few, I've forgotten them all. Lost treasures, kept only because they were mine. Old friends with a story, forgotten with time.